Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 9. My name is MS Punker1, and last video what exactly did we do last time? Yeah, we spent some time with Stefania and Hifumi after Hifumi asked us to join her for a walk in the gardens. And while we were walking there, we saw Stefania on her balcony and decided to join her. And what happens now? Let's see what the rest of the journey is. After my late night I can't pronounce that, sorry. Company, something with Stefania. My days in Astoria pass in something of a blur. I don't get to spend very much time with Ayu since she's occupied with preparations for her upcoming concert with Shizuru. Hifumi meanwhile is spending most of her time going through the finer points of Karuta with Stefania. Stefania, from what I've gathered, is an adept pupil who's eager to learn her technique and but sorry if I'm reading wrong here. Her technique has come in leaps and bounds, and she's becoming much faster at recognizing the cards that are being read out. I watched a few of Stefania and Hifumi's practice matches, and while Stefania still struggles to best Hifumi, goal for points that once separated them is becoming smaller. I can see too that Stefania looks more determined at what she plays. Her eyes narrowed. Her movements are swift and sharp, just like a striking snake. I never really thought of Karuta as an exciting sport before, but my opinion of it might be beginning to shift after watching Stefania and Hifumi. There's something enticingly aggressive about their movements, but there's an elegance to it at the same time. The way the sleeves of Hifumi's kimono flutter as she shifts is especially captivating. It doesn't hurt that the appointed reader for these games, Elizabeth, has such a rhythmic voice. The bouts are certainly something to behold. I always feel like a fool for writing Karuta off for so long. Maybe I should have joined the Karuta club back in high school when you asked me. Was I missing out? No idea. Maybe a bit of both. Ayu and Hifumi's time is well and truly vouched for. But Alice and Cosmos are at something of a loose end. Alice wraps up her photo shoot with Sayuri, then spends the rest of the time with Cosmos. Yeah, I was just checking if I read something correctly. Going shopping, seeing the sights, and sampling all of the delicious food Rosenberg has to offer. I accompany the two of them fairly often, where I act as very impromptu cameraman. I wonder, as I wander Roseburg streets, whatever I bump into Shizuru again. But ever since our meeting, I not seen any sign of her. I would say it's like she's disappeared into the air, but she might be a bit melodramatic. But that might be a bit melodramatic. Where did I get she from? Rosenberg isn't the hugest capital city out there. In fact, I think it's slightly smaller than Bern. Are we talking about Berlin? But it's big enough that it seems unlikely I run into the same person twice. Okay, what is the odds that just because he's thinking of that is just what's going to happen? For all I know, Shizuru might not even be here anymore. He could have returned to Japan already. Didn't she say she was on vacation? Well, it's not like it really matters. I'm having plenty of fun in a story without seeing Shizuru again. Cosmos Company is certainly diverting. And Alice, though she isn't exactly a bundle of laughs, it can be fun to talk to. When she isn't putting herself down all the time, that is. The days blend together, and before I know it, a full week has gone by. The only 3 days left until Ayu's concert now. And perhaps that's why Ayu is an unusual display of vulnerability. In an unusual display of vulnerability, decides to pay me a visit. I was lying on my bed watching cute cat videos on my phone when a rapping of knuckles at the door makes me start. I call out to my visitor, bidding them an entry. It's alright, you can come in. I'm decent. And I'm greeted to my surprise by everybody's favorite orange-haired idol. Ayu steps into my room looking unusually unsure of herself. Are you sure you are the real Ayu? Because the real Ayu will probably just barge into my room without knocking or notice. She glances about my bedroom, drinking in the opulence, and faces me. I since set myself up on the bed at this point, without a look particularly put together. I'm not yet changed into my pyjamas, but my hair is still a little rumpled from lying down so long. As are my clothes. I set my phone to one side, the brow furrowed when saying, "Is something wrong?" I ask only because Aya looks so unusually unsure of herself. Her head bowed and her fingers curled at her front. No, they are at her hips, but okay. The question, however, seemed to ignite something of I use unusual aggression, because she scowls. Well, you looked more sad just now, so... Nope. It's the power of love, you see? I like you so much I can always tell when something is bothering you. Aya puts her face, but I think she appreciates my sentiments. If she didn't, she wouldn't be blushing. That's pretty cute. I know it's corny, but I don't mind being corny for your sake. I like you a lot, so I've got to bring my A game. Really though. It's rare for you to visit me like this. When you do, I append inside my head. It's usually because you want something from me. So I figured that there must be a reason behind it. Haven't you been feeling too good? Aya looks away. She pouts. When her arms folded, she mutters. Are you sure? Right, so there's nothing wrong. Then why are you here? Yes, you are as fit as a fiddle. Same here. Are fiddles supposed to be fit? Aya mumbles this last remark under her breath, in a soft whisper, but I still catch it. She isn't as subtle as she might think she is, or maybe that's the point. Despite her protests that she just fine, really. I know Aya well enough to know that she wouldn't have bothered coming to see me if something wasn't on her mind. I think she must be in a rut. I'm certain what this is about the concert. Maybe she's feeling nervous. I'd like to ask you a few questions, but I don't want to press her on the issue. That will only make her clam up more. I know from past experience it's better to play the waiting game when it comes to IU. Eventually the sound of silence gets to her and she winds up cracking under pressure. That's an inevitability. She always spills the beans about her feelings soon enough. Yes, as I expected, it looks like IU is finally beginning to muster up her courage. She inhales, her chest rising beneath her pale pink sweater. Then in a quiet voice she says, "Huh? Well, color me surprised. Didn't think she'd come all the way to my room to discuss that. Is she asking us to go out on a date or something just to get her nerves off or something? I'm sure she was going to open. Sorry about that. I was sure she was going to open with some words about her upcoming concert and the feelings for Shizuru. But I guess not. This whole time has she been thinking about me instead? If so, that's kinda cute. I guess you're right about that, yeah. I've not had much of a chance to speak, but I expected as much before we came here. I mean, you are pretty busy. I get toys with the strand of her hair. Her expression inscrutable. Have you been feeling stressed? You mean the concert? Are you not? I grit her teeth together. Looks like she's starting to work herself up into another one of her angry states. But the second trickle by, and Ayu doesn't say anything else. This cut her ranting short, unusually so for Ayu. Now this could be rather concerning. I knew something was wrong with Ayu the moment she entered my room. But this changes it. Something things up for sure. You aren't acting as well all like your usual self. It's being much too reasonable. Ayu. A frown. No, Ayu doesn't like it when anybody looks down on her, or when she perceives that anybody's looking down on her, for that matter. She has a lot of pride. So much of it might just be her undoing. Ayu acts cold and distant fairly often. It's rare for her to open up to me like this. But the fact she has must mean that all this has been weighing on her more than she's been letting on. I don't want to let my sympathy become too apparent, so as not to annoy her. But I can hardly stand back and say nothing. I bet if I give most of all the members of my Succubus harem, but she's no less dear to me than Cosmos or Ifumi, even if they are more agreeable. I care about Ayu a lot. So I find myself compelled to take action. Let's hold our hands. I step forwards, animated with nothing save a desire to rescue Ayu. That's kinda cute picture of her. But I take her hands in mine. What do you think? I respond to Ayu's query with a small smile, squeezing her hands between my own as I do. Trying to cheer you up, you dummy. If my hands weren't holding Ayu's, I think I have accompanied that. Wait. My hands weren't holding us yet. I think I have accompanied that line with a flick of her forehead. That or a gentle tug to one of her long pigtails. Since my hands are otherwise occupied, however, I can't do that. Maybe that's for the best, though. I'm not sure if Ayu would appreciate being poked and prodded like that. Not even if I meant it as an affectionate gesture. It can be hard to gauge Ayu's feelings sometimes, which is funny since she's always so open about her mood swings. But Ayu pouts, and glances pointedly at the wall. Her face looks red, but she doesn't try to disentangle her hands from mine. Neither does she push me away. That has to count for something, right? That's the general idea, yeah? Isn't it working? Only cause you act like one. You act so cool and confident, but now you're starting to doubt yourself. Why is that? You've been a top idol for long enough that you ought to know you're one of the best. It doesn't matter how talented Shizuru might be. There's no way she'd be able to upstage you. You won't let her upstage you. I know what you like, and you're too selfish to let any other woman shine when you're around. I'm sure you do incredibly. There's no doubt in my mind. You don't have to worry. You already won this by virtue of being. Well, you. His face, which was already flushed, turns even redder. The blushing cheeks are clashing pretty wildly with her orange hair. But I don't think I noticed. I guess color coordinating her blushes with her hair and her outfit is a challenge too steep even for a famous idol like IU. I can't deny that. I know I'm talking a lot, taking a lot of liberties, laying my unworthy hands all over an esteemed idol like yourself. If any of your fans could see me, they probably tear me limb from limb. I'm scary. I laugh softly, my fingers still entwined with IU's, my palms pressed flush. Is it just my imagination, or does IU's palm feel a little damp? She's not sweating, is she? Surely not. Such bodily functions are reserved for mere humans. Puny, pathetic mortals like myself. I meanwhile transcend such concepts. She's an idol, a perfect being, in the eyes of her fans at least, who exists to be worshipped. She herself has said on numerous occasions that she doesn't sweat like ordinary people. She insists that her skin produces perfume instead. Not so sure about the validity of that claim, though. Seems a little hooky. You might be an idol, but she's not different from me. He still has doubts. Sorry. I'm probably tired. He still has doubts. She has anxieties. She has fears. She just tries to tamp them down, hiding them away in a deep, dark part of herself, so nobody can perceive them. She wants to look strong, confident, and in control. But even idols falter from time to time. IU isn't perfect, not by a long shot, but your fan sounds pretty intense, IU. But that's alright, I already knew that. I've been to your concerts before, and I heard the way they cheer for you. I knew what I was getting into when we started this relationship. I think you're worth the potential ire of all of your fans. And if they do one day find out about us. Don't mind being torn apart for your sake. If I can give you just a little bit of encouragement on those rare occasions when you need it. When you need it. When I consider it worthy sacrifice. Are you pouts? Are you please? If I was going to resent you, I would have done it already. When you called me names or asked me to drink bleach. You said and done some pretty questionable stuff this last year. But now you don't always mean the things you say. You lash out when you feel anxious or insecure. And unfortunately for me, I often happen to be in your firing line. You're not always the easiest person to get on with, but I'm still here. I'm not left you. That means I think you're worth standing by. You're worth supporting. If you're not being able to drive me away yet, then I doubt any of your fans can. I guess at this point I'm just as much of a hopeless fanatic as they are. Well, yeah, I prefer more low-key music. But I don't like you because of your music. Like you, like I already said, for you. Even so, it's like the old saying goes. If I don't deserve you at your worst, then I don't think I deserve you at your best. And while your lows could give Grand Canyon a run for its money, agreeing. Your highest are kinda like the Himalayas, maybe? Are you scouts? I guess you have a point there. I meant what I said. I think you're amazing, are you? You're a very hard worker. You take your career seriously. You might insult your fans behind their backs, but I know that when you're on stage you give it your all. You always striving hard to improve your performances. You never ever been content to half-ass things, no matter how cynical you might be. I think your fans can see that. You can tell how seriously you take this. So we take you seriously in turn. I don't love you solely because of your pretty face or because of your singing voice. You have two other things too. I love you for the person you are. The one who pushes herself to the brink of over and over again, so as not to let anybody down. I think you're wonderful. I know your fans do too. Kisra might be beloved, but you're just adored. As adored. You don't need to worry about her stealing your thunder. You don't need to worry about your future either. You won't be able to be an idol forever. But no matter what happens, you always have me. Are you? Give your slightly damp hands a squeeze. My eyes boring into hers from behind the thick lines of my glasses. I'm not going to leave you. I'm down too bad. Not even into idol music, but I'm still your number one fan. And I never not support you, even if you tell me to lie on a bed of razors. Your grumpy attitude doesn't make me love you any less. In fact, I think it's kind of charming. Maybe because you're so cute? Her flashes all the way to the roots of her hair. She's so flustered, even the tips of her ears have started to turn red. Do you think it was possible? That's right. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? When you say it like that. I'm sure it is, but I have faith in you. You can do it. Do this. And you leans in, standing on your the tips of her toes. Her long eyelashes fall shut, blush deepening. I think she means to press a kiss against my lips. On her own volition too. How bold. Then someone's coming in, isn't it? Ah, come on, Cosmos. Stefania too? What the? I and I both turned towards the doorway, our heads swirling in union. Then, once again in union, we stare. What? Yeah, you're kind of interrupting something here. They and I were having a pretty touching moment, but I guess that have been put on ice. We have company, and as far as company goes, it's pretty bombastic. Cosmos, Stefania, and Alice are all standing in the entrance to my bedroom. They are wearing some pretty interesting outfits. They're attired in cheerleader costumes, which shows a lot of her skin. The skirts are plaited and the shirts cropped. No, that's peculiar. I've seen Cosmos dressed up as a cheerleader before. I've seen Cosmos dressed up in all sorts of outfits. I wouldn't put Stefania or Alice as the types to wear something so ostentatious. Starting to have a few sneaking suspicions, and sure enough. Well, of course, figured as much. Pretty obvious, based on her smug, self-satisfied smile, that Cosmos was the leader behind this operation. I'm not all surprised. Though I do wonder what prompted her to do this. Aya rolls her eyes. Stefania looks at herself curiously, shifting this way and that. Stefania, I think you, of all people, should avoid asking Elizabeth for fashion sense, since she would say everything suits you. You could probably be dressed in a garbage bag and she still say you look good. Yeah, that's what I said. Can I see the future? That's kind of the point. That could be kind of interesting to see actually in reality. Wonder if it would work. If more cute girls dressed out in cheerleader outfits and just went out on town, so maybe we wouldn't have as many conflicts in the world. Alice tugs at the hem of her skirt, as if willing to cover at least a couple of inches more of her thighs. Well, those laws, by the way, only exist because some people are jealous that they don't look as good as you do. Which of course it doesn't. It would seem that her skirt is being rather stubborn. Question: how much skin are you showing in your succubus attire? Well, you are a succubus. The whole point of them is about being dirty. So... Ayu frowns. Does not look amused. I can't really blame her. Alice is always a lot, but she's being even more extra right now. Cosmos responds to IUC her anger with a small smile. Cosmos might act like an airhead, but she isn't a complete idiot. She's pretty good at reading the room, especially when the room is being inhabited by Ayu. For space cadet, I do sometimes think that Cosmos has her head screwed on tighter than most people give her credit for. She has to have a certain degree of business savviness if she's been able to make it as a social media star for so long. I think I have to end this video here actually, because I see I'm more or less out of time for the video. So hope you liked it, and if you did, so leave a like to it as usual, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.